It's amazing, Pam. We came in early and we go on later.
Well, but we did a lot of kids done today, Dina. We got a lot of kids done today.
Good evening, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to podcast number 148.
148. One big
Do you know what I called it?
What?
Knits to knit.
Knits to knit. What does that mean? Like nuts to knit?
No, knits to knit.
Knits that you can knit. Meaning
Knits,
that.
right.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Figured we had so many kits that we had to have some kind of name that encompassed all
Knits
to knit.
Would you call it knits to knit?
Mm-hmm.
Not kits to knit.
Knits
to knit. Okay, that's good. That works.
Aren't you surprised that I didn't ask you? What should I call
you
it?
usually do. You usually do. I know. I ask you. I never know what to name.
We never know. Hello, everyone.
How is everybody? Hopefully, you've had some knitting time. You've got some stuff done, right?
Yes. Did you bring your file?
Yes.
Oh, good.
I don't know where it is right now.
Hi, everyone.
But I did bring it.
I'm Dina. You can find me at The Knitting Place on Instagram, Ravelry, and Facebook.
I am Pam Sapp on Instagram and Ravelry, and Pam Sapienza on Facebook.
If you enjoy watching this podcast, please give us a thumbs up. It sends reach to more people who are like-minded like yourselves, and it gets our name out there.
Did you ever go on YouTube and search Knitting Podcasts and see where you come up in Knitting Podcasts?
No.
It's a good thing to do.
Type
in Knitting Podcast, and then you see if you even make the list. Even make the list, you may not even make
probably don't. But
anyway, we are back. We need to change those mannequins, Dina.
They're like in winter mode.
Yeah, well, it's hard. It's hard to put them in summer mode because then they look naked.
Yeah, but we should have like t-shirts, like what you're wearing.
Next time we'll change.
Oh my goodness! Look at all these people signing on. Hello, everyone. Hello. So nice to be here.
Nice to be back.
It sure is.
Nice. I have to motivate myself, Dina. I am not motivated to knit.
You have to. You're out of school.
To knit my. I can't decide
done.
what summer thing to knit, and I don't want to pick up. I don't want to pick up my whips. I have no interest in picking them up.
When are you going to pick them up?
I can physically pick them up, but I can't.
No. You need to pick them up and knit them in time so that they're ready for the
50% of the problem is saying, "Oh, now where was I?" Who feels like doing that, right?
Keep notes.
No.
You've knitted Companion.
I know,
exactly
but still,
where you are.
I just don't. I'm doing the button bands on the Kari, and that's like I have no interest to do that.
That's so quick.
And then I have to do the sleeve. I have to do a sleeve.
Hello,
afterwards.
Sleeve Island.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I went through that so quickly, which is amazing, right? I did that so quickly.
And then you just.
And I think that's why I'm having a hard time picking up a summer project because I have that other
guilty?
stuff, and I feel like I have to finish that. But
Kari, what else is there?
Letho.
Oh wow, you didn't finish Letho?
I didn't finish it. No. And then also that shawl that you did, the Hohi shawl that you did in green, and I have it in brown. My order would be the Kari, and then the shawl, and then the Letho.
Well, Letho would definitely be last,
right.
Also because of season-wise.
Right. But it's like, and then, I don't know, whatever. Too much to do.
I say shelf them.
No, I can't. And that's the other thing. I told Dina, I'm looking and looking at. It's like everything I look at, I don't want to make it. There's something I find something wrong with it. As to
but
why
you can make modifications.
I don't know.
Let's see where everyone is. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you again too. Hello from Texas, North Carolina, New Mexico. How nice! Oh, thank you, everyone. Yes, the wedding was amazing. Hello, Connecticut. Pam, I adore the gifts for the baby.
Oh.
Kimberly said that.
Thank you, Kimberly. Cute. Yes.
They were so cute. Hello from Canada.
It's going to be what's the word I'm looking for? Can't think of it. He's going to have nice things.
Well-dressed baby. Well-adorned.
Well-adorned.
There you go. Yeah. North Carolina, UK, Minnesota. Wow. This is so nice. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining us. Michigan, Indiana, Oregon, and thank you for all the well wishes for the wedding. someone is watching from Salisbury. Isn't that where Katie went?
Salisbury, Maryland?
Yes.
Yeah, she went to Salisbury University.
Yes. Well, thank you for joining us. What have we been up to?
They want to know about the wedding, Dina. Tell them about the wedding.
The wedding was a dream. I feel like it's a movie replaying in my head.
Well, now the pictures are starting to come in.
The pictures came in. We were officially allowed to post after the bride and groom shared their pictures. It was breathtaking.
It's lovely.
You know, you just, I have to say, I was nervous. You know,
why?
It's a destination wedding.
Oh, because you were afraid you'd forget something, right?
A lot of people coming. You feel responsible.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't involved in any of the planning.
Mm-hmm.
We know bits and pieces. Like I knew I've been to the venue. We tasted the food, but we didn't finalize any details. So we were basically attending. Right.
You were a guest.
They knocked it out of the park.
They did a great job.
Good. They did a great job.
The pictures look fabulous.
They were beautiful.
I mean, the boat ride looked fabulous.
Everyone thinks that was the wedding,
but that was that looked nice.
It was beautiful.
That was very nice.
It was absolutely beautiful. The weather was perfect on Friday. I'm not going to lie. The pictures looked magnificent in the wedding, but we were so high strung. 10-day forecast.
Weather, right?
Rain for the wedding. Rain was like the 4-letter word. We weren't able to use it. So we were watching the clock. Jake broke the glass.
Yes.
The rain started sprinkling. We ran
into the
chateau, and it was a monsoon.
Really?
We don't have those pictures.
Well, that's good luck, Dina. That's good luck.
I kept telling the kids.
That's what they say.
All they had their eye on was...
Well, the wedding, though, was nice. Was outside.
It was actually... The tent was outside, so we actually had to walk from the chateau. Once we had cocktail hour, the skies opened, thankfully. It stopped raining, but the ground was soaked.
Where did you have the cocktail hour? In the tent?
Wait, my gown was touching the floor.
Oh, Jesus.
It was slowly soaking up. Like
it was moving up your dress.
I had to stay in the tent. The tent had no carpet.
What was it, ground?
It was ground unless you were on the dance floor.
Gotcha. But that didn't get wet, did it?
My gown got wet.
Was the ground under the tent wet?
Yes.
Got in the tent.
Yes. Yeah, the ground was saturated.
But then you went inside.
It didn't come in from the top. It seeps from the side.
From the side.
Yeah, so the ground felt
After the cocktail hour, did you go inside?
After the cocktail
Where was the dinner?
hour,
Where was the dinner?
Dinner was in the tent.
Oh, it was in the tent. Was the whole thing in the tent?
The whole thing was in the tent, except for then they said, everyone come around to the back of the chateau where the kids got married, and did the cutting of the cake, and they had a fireworks show. I mean, it was crazy.
So you weren't in the chateau?
Not at that point. Then for dessert, cocktail hour and dessert was in the chateau.
Oh, okay.
So after the rain,
at that point.
Well, depends on who you ask. No, I was not dry.
Did you ruin your shoes?
You know, I didn't even look at the shoes.
No, it couldn't have been too bad then.
Wait, shoes, guys! I put sneakers on.
Oh, you did. Good.
I got these platform sneakers.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they weren't tall enough because my dress was still skimming the bottom of the ground. But my feet, I didn't have to worry.
That's nothing you can do about it. You know what? Like you always say, no one's looking at you. They're looking at the bride.
Oh, they're not looking at me.
Yeah, the bride and the groom, I should say.
It was.
They made a lovely couple. I love what your son wore. Forget the bride. I liked his ecru suit for the boat, and I liked his dinner jacket for the wedding, and I liked that he didn't have socks on. That's so in. That's so in right now. Her boat dress was fabulous,
stunning. She's like a Greek goddess.
That was a beautiful dress.
Guys,
go on Instagram. Go look at the knitting place on Instagram.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I posted those pictures so that I wouldn't have to show them here.
Yep. But a successful wedding was had by all.
Yes, and it was just a long week. We landed. Of course. We were with family, friends, the whole time. I mean, it's fun. Did I tell you about Sophie? Sophie was rooming with Roche.
Yeah, you said that.
So Roche is my daughter-in-law now. So now I will refer to her as Roche.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say daughter-in-law.
Well, you can.
I prefer Roche.
Okay.
So Roche's sister roomed with Sophie, and I asked her how it was to room with her because, you know, it's like a brand new roommate. And she said, oh, it was great. she's nice and neat and clean, and she respects downtime. And like they both needed downtime. And I looked at my husband and I was just like, that's the one thing I didn't have for a week straight.
Well,
is
especially
downtime.
as the parent of the
Intense.
kids that are getting married, you have to be on all the time.
Intense. He was worried about his mom. I was worried about my mom.
Yeah, right. You had that
and
too.
then we were worried about, as guests started to come in, we wanted to make sure we gave FaceTime to all the company that was around and in the hotel. It was definitely a challenge.
It's always difficult.
Wore myself down, came home with a little cold. The little piece of Paris is with me. Not the better part, but I'm definitely feeling better now.
Good.
And that's it. It was a fairy tale wedding. What can I say?
Well, listen, God bless them. It's a memory that they're going to have forever. And you as well.
Crazy.
And thank God you have pictures too.
Yes. There were a couple of funny stories. My husband, he was carrying all the jewelry for all of us.
Right.
So we get into Paris and somehow, so we arranged for a wheelchair with my mother. And somehow I disconnected from him. He tends to be like, la-di-da, walking in the airport like this. Like, come on, keep up.
Yeah.
Guy's pushing my mom in a wheelchair. I'm trying to keep up with him. Sophie's keeping up with me. And Ez and Zach are like in La La Land, just talking. We disconnect for 2 seconds. Which 2 seconds? Getting out of customs.
Oh, geez.
I get out. Sophie, my mom, Erez and Zach get stopped.
This is going in, right?
Arriving into Paris. Right. This is like the first thing, hello, Paris.
Why'd they get stopped?
He gets stopped, customs, border. Do you do business? Is this your business? What are you selling? Why all the jewelry? And God bless the guy who was pushing my mom. What a sweetheart. The people working at the airport there.
Right.
He's like, your husband didn't come out. So he goes back to get him. Now he speaks fluid French. Alice doesn't speak French. And he's trying to explain that he's there for a wedding and this is the family's jewelry.
Yeah.
Well, the guy wasn't buying it at Custom Border Control.
Really?
The guy that was pushing my mom comes in and he's trying to vouch for him. And the guy's like, what are you doing here? He's like, I have his mom outside. They have a wedding. And then no sooner Jake and Roche come turn the corner. She's got her huge gown, and we're like, this is the bride and groom.
Yeah.
And then the guy was like, okay, go. But leave it to him to just get. What is it called when you like get picked out of a group?
Right.
Picked out. Just of all the things that can go wrong, they all went wrong for him.
Right.
And then he comes out and he's like, you need to wait for me. I always get, pegged out. They always want me, to do the search.
Oh, you know what it was they were two men. They were two men going through.
They don't look suspicious. They're clean.
No, but still, the more, I think the chances are higher of them getting stopped than you getting stopped with your mother.
There was no reason at all for anyone to get stopped.
Right.
At all.
Maybe they have to stop a certain amount of people. Who knows?
He looks suspicious, I guess.
He's got that kind of face. He's got the side eye. He gives him the side eye.
So funny. Anyway, so there was that, the drama with the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, everything was beautiful.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, check out Instagram.
Yes, you'll
see
pictures.
The pictures. You'll see them.
I didn't want to do a major dump. I could be posting pictures forever.
You should post them. You should post them each day.
Oh, I think people are going to get sick and tired.
Yeah. Well, if they're seeing them on if there's someone who looks at you and your son and all the different accounts, but these people are just looking at you.
Right. So what I tried to do is post pictures that you guys, I've been talking about my mom. My mom rocked it. She
was
danced.
Good. Yep.
I mean, she danced the night away, the night of the wedding. Mm-hmm. Jake couldn't believe it. So even on the boat, the fact she was just standing, those were pictures that were important for me to post, to share with you all. Not only did she make it, but she was standing and
she was
great.
She looked beautiful.
So kudos to my mom for being strong and being determined.
Well, that's
and
her
strong
nature. That's your mom's
Absolutely.
nature.
Mind over matter for sure. Post a special wedding Instagram. What does that mean, Denise? I feel like over the weekend, that's all I did. I posted the Shabbat dinner, which was Friday, and then I posted the wedding on Sunday. Thank you so much. What about you, Pam? Pam has been nesting with Emily.
Waiting for the baby's
Waiting.
arrival. Yep. That's what's going on, really, right? It's just that.
Every time the phone rings, she's like, "Who's calling?" She's like,
well,
it's just
the
Andrew.
thing is that I'm the one who's on call. So when she calls me that she's in labor, I have to take the girls. So either I go there or I take them by me. Either way, but then they have the dog. They have the dog.
You'll have to go there.
I would take them by me, but then that means it depends. It depends when I get the phone call. Yeah, it depends. I could take the dog by me, but that would be a bit
it's
much.
Not a lot.
Yeah, it is. But we'll see. Either way, depends when she goes in labor. I just hope I don't get a phone call at 3:00 in the morning. But it is what it is.
Could
right?
happen.
Well, her due date's on Thursday, so she still has some time. I mean, she could go anytime, but right?
Absolutely.
So
Husband's home.
Your husband's home?
Yes.
The bill just went
the
on.
ring. Let me turn that
So
off.
funny.
Anyway, shall we talk knitting?
Absolutely. I think it's time to talk knitting.
What are you
lots
wearing?
of yarn surrounding us. I'm wearing Campana from Berroco. It's what yarn is it now? I didn't get the
Splash.
That's right. It's the spring version of Splash, right? For them, did they have like a fall version? Hold on, I'm going to get the yarn. I forgot to get it. I'm sorry,
No,
guys.
there's Dash.
That was Dash.
Dash is the winter version. Splash is the summer. Watch your phone. Splash is the summer version, and I think in the past it's a great top. We had our knitter knit our sample for us, and what I want to say is I think in the past a lot of you wanted to purchase the kit, but there was confusion with the spelling. It's Campana. So camp.
Yeah, I think
Campana. I did. I spelled it with an O, so I apologize. It's a Berroco yarn. It's super cute. Those splashes of color or those dashes of color, they just knit into the yarn. It's in the yarn. So as you knit, you'll see the colors kind of stripe out, almost like what I'm wearing here. Right. You'll see the horizontal.
And it's a viscose cotton. It's a viscose cotton blend. Is what it is.
Yes.
And it is 130 yards in a skein, and it's 21 to 23 stitches. So it's like a DK weight.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're actually calling for a size 7 needle, but super cute.
This is my colorway that I'm wearing.
You won't see any pooling in this particular yarn. So as you knit with it, the different colors kind of stripe and variegate out.
And there's a lovely blue, a nice taupe color, little fun pastel. And then this is like a silver with some cream and grays.
It's a great neutral.
Right, a nice neutral, and then my color. So there are kits on the website, and that's what I'm wearing.
Yep. Pattern is sold separately. We said that it's by Berroco.
Yep.
Pam's top was knit either bottom up or top down, I'm not sure, but when it's knit in either direction, you'll get horizontal stripes.
Right.
If you find a pattern on Ravelry that's knit from side to side, you will get vertical stripes.
Correct.
So that's just something to think about if you're looking for a different line to the knitting.
There you go.
Okay.
What are you wearing,
Dina? The Tresoro cardigan. I don't think I've worn it on the podcast before. I've worn it certainly enough in the shop. I happen to love it. I'm wearing it differently today. I have a little tank underneath. I have it buttoned a little bit further. I love the 3/4 sleeve. Can't say enough about this yarn.
It's done with the Kokon fingering non-superwash.
Right, the organic fingering. It's got, I think, was it 437 yards per skein?
437 yards a skein, correct. And I think you used 3, right?
I used 3 for my cardigan, and there are some Tresoro cardigan kits available online. We are going to show you the new colors that came in from Kokon, and we are going to feature it in a different kit. So it's in the Koko Pullover, which we will show you later. And if you are interested in any of those colors,
so this would just be in the website. It would be. There's kits on the website for the Tresoro.
Yes, but the new colorways are featured in a different kit.
Or if they could just go to the website and look at Kokon fingering.
Organic
fingering. And get
is that too much information?
No, I think it's all about one thing. I think that's fine. This, by the way, is top down.
It's top down.
It is top down, right? And that's what we're wearing.
Yeah. I like that this just, I don't know if you could see it, but it creates like a marble stripe.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
And it's horizontal.
We were talking about that the other day. I don't really think it's striped.
No, people are asking, is it stripy? It creates a horizontal linear stripe, but it's not equal stripe.
I wouldn't consider it stripy, though. I would consider it more variegated, but I know what, it's different than variegated, but to me, it's more that than stripy.
Right. But
anyway.
I love it. Sorry that the light seems to be blowing it out a little bit.
Yeah. The light's coming right on you. If you lean in a little bit, it's better.
There you go.
But anyway, so that's what we're wearing.
That's what we're wearing.
And do you have any whips, Dina?
I do. I'm working on my Norwegian Fir.
That's right. You were just knitting.
Yeah, I didn't do much knitting while I was away. But I'm on Sleeve Island, and I need to pick out a button. And this beauty is almost ready.
There you go.
I have, I guess, a sleeve and a half to do. Yep. And then a matching hat. And then this project will be done. Ready to
and
gift.
You're gifting that.
This is, yes.
Nice.
Grandma
pretty.
And
the yarn is so
daughter-in-law are very excited for it. They picked out the colors, so
what yarn did you use, Dina?
I'm using Zara
from
Filatura de Crosa. It's a DK weight yarn, and
100% merino.
Yes, it's a non-super. No, it's a superwash. Superwash yarn. So we don't have kits for this. And I think we did mention that we wanted to do that. We wanted to create
Norwegian Fir, some kids stuff. Yeah.
Some kids kits. So we will try to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
That's your whip.
That's my whip.
I have no whips. Well, as I said, you heard me mention my whips.
I have languishing whips.
My languishing whips, exactly. But I would love to start a summer top. So I am going to put an effort into trying to pin one down, that I really would.
I really enjoyed knitting Joni.
Oh, Joni was cute. That's a cute one. Maybe I could do that. I wouldn't mind wearing that. What yarn would I use that? Though we don't have any of that yarn left, though.
I'd have to see if I could reorder it.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's plenty of stuff that I could use, for goodness sake. Make it sound like we're short of yarn.
Or patterns.
I know. Well, a pattern came up. It was interesting, Diana. A pattern came up this morning. And it was a nice pattern. I looked at it. It was published like last year. And I said, well, why was it was last year? It's an old one. It really is not old.
No. But that's a good question. Does everything have to be so current? I mean, I love looking at patterns that are just really good. That's cute.
It's cute. It's just a tee. Called the
Not every pattern has to be the latest, hottest drop, fresh off or
but
top
then I look
of
at
Ravelry.
it, there were only 5 projects.
Well, probably because they didn't get enough.
And it came out May of last year.
It's still very cute. Show everybody.
I will.
She's looking at a cute.
Waiting for the picture to come up. Another one. That's cute too. That's cute. It's a better picture. Hold on. There you go. It's cute, right?
Oh my goodness. Ida, are you watching?
Who's Ida?
Hello, Ida. Ida's on and she's congratulating me.
Is that your I remember Ida.
I know.
Oh my God, that's a blast from the past.
Honor. I can't wait to tell Jake that you're on, Ida. That is so cute. Thank you so much. I will let him know. Oh my goodness.
But you see, I look at the pattern and then I see things that are wrong with it. And I'm like, I don't know.
It's a cute yoke sweater.
That's okay.
You can do the one from Pam. You guys, let's cheer her on. Everybody help Pam with a suggestion.
I really don't know.
You know
which one I really did like, Dina, and I like this one. Like, that's a cute one, but there were no projects.
So be the first.
But this one here.
That's stunning.
But when I look at the projects, no.
My favorite things?
It's Knitting Adventures. I don't know who that is.
Gorgeous.
That is pretty. Here, look at this, guys. You like this one? Isn't that pretty? Love that one. But then I started looking at the projects, and I said, I don't know. I didn't like the way the projects looked, and I said,
I think Pam is just waiting for her grandson. I think that child's going to be born, and she's going to be in knitting heaven.
For the baby?
Yes.
That's not me. I've done enough for the baby so far.
Really? You won't just, okay, you did a onesie, you did a blanket.
I did the crochet book.
Oh, speaking of, we didn't jump into anything.
What do you mean jump into anything?
We're still talking about whips, right? Because we didn't do FOs.
We didn't do FOs yet.
No. Okay.
But anyway, so I don't know.
Pam's done. Famous last words. You guys heard that here. She's done.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying I won't knit him anything else, but I mean, I've done a lot. I mean, I think that's not a lot. It depends. For me, it's a lot.
The onesie,
the onesie, the book, and the blanket.
That is 3. That's a trifecta. Wow, Pam, that's actually
I'm not saying
a lot.
I wouldn't make him anything else. I mean, I've got that leftover yarn. I was going to make him like the bloomers from Santa's Garn, but then,
Cute.
And I was all set to do that. Then I'm at Emily's house and she opens up a package from H&M and she got him about 6 pair of bloomers. I said, why am I knitting a bloomer when she's got these right here? But anyway, so that kind of, discouraged me a little bit, but we'll see. I'll find something.
I'm sure you will. You're already getting suggestions. The Tulsta T knits up super quickly. Maria's saying, is it Maria? No. Mary Mowry is saying that she knitted in Reborn Denim. How did that knit up?
The Tulsta?
Yeah, that sounds like it would knit up really nice for that.
The Tulsta T.
Storm Seeker T. Early Bloomer by Heidi Kraemer. The ranunculus is not new and it's still going to this day. I know. That's a great one. Classic. Love the ranunculus. I've made 2 though, and I don't know that I would want to really make another one. I like the Tulsta. That's kind of like Pam doesn't like stripes.
It's okay. It's okay. They're okay.
Oh my goodness, you're cracking me up. Okay.
Anyway, I thought, oh well, you know what I'm going to say for an. I should have brought it today. I wanted to bring it and I didn't.
What?
I wanted to get Emily's blanket.
Oh, you should have brought it.
Yeah, I have a picture of it, but that doesn't help us.
Pam steeked it. Did you let Emily steek or did you steek it?
No, when she saw it, she was too nervous to do it.
I can't believe you didn't videotape it. That would have made a great reel.
I could. I should have. But you know what? I'll be honest with you. I was even going to do a reel today when I was weaving the ends in on the blanket. And I've got the stand, and the stand is not standing, and it's like,
so
you know
much
what?
work.
I said, I just can't. I could have had the ends woven in. I said, I'm not doing that.
People are like, Dina, why don't you make reels?
It's too much.
You know what?
It's too much work. It takes so much time.
Even posting takes so much time.
Yeah, it does.
And then the funny thing is, my husband says, I'm on my phone too much. Guys, I don't even look at my phone during the day. It's on silent. If a text comes,
look at your phone during the day.
Okay.
You're talking about a day here or a day home?
A day here. Day at the
You have to look at your phone because you use it for work.
So if I need to reach someone and I'll say,
you're not
here's
using
a picture.
it just to fool around.
Of course not.
You're not playing a game or something.
Surfing. No, I'm not surfing Instagram. So the point of my point is when I get home, it's dinner time, and I finally look at my phone. What am I looking at? Text messages that maybe the kids came through.
Right.
Emails, requests, things that I didn't tend to. It's all happening like right then and there.
Of course.
And he's like, always on your phone. You're always on your phone. I'm like, honey, I'm never on my phone.
Well, listen, that's
so frustrating. So now I can't even do that at the dinner table. I've got to curb my usage.
Well, on the dinner table, you shouldn't be doing it.
I shouldn't be doing it.
You shouldn't be
but then the phone dings because I turn it on. It's the kids.
Well,
they know that we're having dinner. They FaceTime in.
Yeah, well, that's different. He can't mind if the kids FaceTime.
He says, I don't mind the kids. Whatever.
Well, everybody
then I get carried away. The phone's in my hand.
Well, how many times do you go to pick up the phone because you have to do something, you have to look something up or whatever it is, and then you end up, before you even get to what it is, something else comes up, and you're on the phone for 5 minutes, and you never went on the phone for what you initially did.
Exactly.
Went on
guilty. Totally guilty of that.
Talk about knitting. You know what I might do? Who has a cute thing? Is Woolen Pines.
Which one?
They have a one that's it's just, I think, like a square. And I don't know what it's called. It's got a lace thing up here, and then it goes down, and it's got a drop sleeve, like an overpiece.
Huh.
I can't think of the name of it. I'll look it up in a few minutes. But they have a few things I might do. I don't know. I have to see. Depends what mood I'm in. Right?
Yes, absolutely. I was reading Mowry's post. She said that the reborn denim, I thought it was too loose at first, but I'm glad I kept going. So I guess you're happy with the end results.
What'd she make?
She knit the Tulsa, was it the Tulsa? The Tulsa tee in the reborn denim. That's probably so nice for that.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, you know, what's the other one?
I like that yarn period, morning sky and night sky. People.
What was the sweater we promoted from Isabell Kraemer? Was it, or Heidi Carmeyer? Which one was it?
Heidi Carmeyer.
The striped one? No.
Oh, the Dingley Dell?
Dingley Dell. It's another good top.
Again.
Striped. I know.
I love stripes. Doesn't bother me.
You know what another nice one is too? The Tegna. I always like the Tegna.
That's a great one. I would make that again. Because I made mine in squishy.
Is that fingering weight?
It's fingering weight. I knit mine in squishy, and I feel like
it's too thick.
It's not that it's too thick.
You want to do something more of
lighter
natural
feeling,
fiber,
or just a lighter feeling, like a little more draped. I like the Tegna a lot. But then again, I would like to knit some of her other tops.
Right. Well, then like you say, well, I don't want to knit the same thing again, right?
No, that's one I would knit again.
That one you would knit again. Well, Dina, you would knit things again more than me. I'm looking for my FO.
Okay.
I have it somewhere. I don't
she
know
didn't. Did you post it yet?
No, I did not.
Pam finished her crochet corner to corner,
picture, though, right?
C2C blanket. Absolutely adorable. I love the way that she laid the blanket out. It almost looks like a diaper that gets.
The picture is on my
Ravelry
page. It is
it's on her Ravelry.
Ravelry.
So she took a picture, almost like when you go to fold a diaper on a baby and put the big cloth pin. That's the only thing that's missing from. She got one of those.
Put the baby. The baby's missing. Here you go. It's
really pretty.
I use double Sunday. This is the way I didn't weave the end in though. This is the way I took the picture. It's just the way I folded it up. There you go.
Excuse me.
Isn't that pretty?
Very. Can I feel it?
Yeah.
It's got a great hand. How'd you make out with the
You can
yarn?
see I didn't weave it in.
That's okay.
With the yarn? What do you mean?
Yeah. Remember when I saw you at the bakery?
Yeah.
You went to the halfway point. Did you finish that row?
Yes, I did. Well, yes, I did. And then I thought afterwards when I got home, I said, but wait a second.
That's like yarn chicken.
I should really crochet around the first round with the color of the blanket. So you don't get that.
No, I don't think you have to in this.
Well, I did.
Did you?
And I don't have my bag here to show you what was left. A little bit was left.
So you used 4 skeins to get to the halfway point. This is what I'm trying to figure out.
Yes.
How did you have enough yarn left over?
Don't ask me. I did. I don't know how it works out.
See,
it seems like you don't use as much yarn on the second half of the blanket.
Why?
I don't know why. Don't ask me. I can't tell you. But anyway, so this is the blanket. It's about 30 by 30 by 30. It used double Sunday, which is, what is double Sunday? It's
thank you, Angela.
I think double Sunday is a non-superwash, right? Yeah, it's a non-superwash merino wool. And it's 20 to 21 stitches to 4 inches. I used a G crochet hook on this.
It feels nice. It's got a nice hand to it.
I mean, I could have gone looser, but I didn't want it too loose. And it's like what color green would you call that? It's like a green.
Sage?
Yeah, it's more blue in it. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I don't know. And then the border that
technically,
I
think they call it eucalyptus.
Is that right?
On the website. Mm-hmm.
And the border is like a gray, but it's like a gray green. A lot of grays go green, but it goes nicely. I didn't weave it in because I wasn't sure if she wanted 1 round or 2 rounds. So I want her to see it in person, and then if she doesn't want 2 rounds, I'll take 1 out. And if she,
I think the border looks good.
If she wants it the way it is, I'll just weave the end in. But it was 4 skeins up, 4 skeins down, and 1 skein.
For the edging.
Now,
we did post in the show notes the link from Ravelry, not from Ravelry, from YouTube for the video that Pam used.
There are many C2Cs.
So frizzy.
There are many C2C blankets. There are patterns on Ravelry. I went to YouTube. You put the link down below.
I did put the link.
For the one I used. And she was I wasn't changing colors. I found her directions to be very good. Sometimes the ones on YouTube, some of them get very complicated. It really is a very simple pattern. Very simple. And as a matter of fact,
It's like fun. It's like the tulip stitch. If
we were saying it was like the tulip stitch. Yeah, we were saying that. And the nice thing, again, it was knit on the bias. If you wanted to stripe it, you could. If you wanted to do anything like that, that certainly is an option too. You said you saw one that had a zigzag or
so
something.
if you go on YouTube, I think if you search C2C blanket on YouTube or crochet, like corner to corner crochet, you'll see, I think there was a thumbnail. If anybody's interested in it, I can always send them the link. But it was interesting that they did a chevron pattern, but going in
bias.
Yes. I can't wrap my head. Yeah, I can't wrap my head around it.
That's
but
interesting.
It looked interesting.
I was particularly looking for something that would be go on the fast side. Crocheting, is I think will go more quickly, but I like it because there's no right and wrong side.
Definitely reversible.
It's reversible, and it'll be a nice extra blanket for the baby, right?
Yes.
And there you go. So that's what I did. That was my FO.
Amy, are you back from your trip? She was on a long trip.
I know. I saw the pictures. Pictures were magnificent. Now, what she tells you, maybe she tells you she's not back. Maybe she's still there.
Maybe she is.
Anyway.
Okay, so that's your FO.
That's my
Shall
FO.
we start with?
Do you have any FOs?
No.
Okay. So what are we starting with?
Let's start with. Okay. Boyland Knitworks. Caitlin Hunter dropped a new gorgeous pattern. I think I want to make this. This is Alpine Bloom. It's knit from the top down. It's it was originally knit with Moondrake's Pika Pika, and I think it might even be her custom colorway as well from Dyed in the Wool. We made kits for the Alpine Bloom. It's on 20% off through June 28th.
Not the kits, the pattern.
The pattern.
With the code Alpine.
I think it's all caps,
yes.
20% off. So I did see that it's actually back at #1 on Ravelry.
Yes.
So 20% off is a pretty generous discount. If this at all appeals to you and you're thinking about it, now might be a good time to jump on and get that pattern. The kits that we made include 3 skeins of Pika Pika, and we have 2 skeins of Dyed in the Wool for the color work in the yoke.
And she says 2 to 8 inches of positive ease, and there are 9 sizes. Goes from 36 to 68.
And I believe with, 400? 1,200 yards, we have enough to go up to for our size, for our kits, I mean.
You can go through main color.
Second to, almost all of them. Second to last size.
You go through a 64.
Right. Now, if
you would need to add another, depending on the size. I think with what we gave them in the
this is 400 yards.
They can go through the 5th size, I believe. This is yards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
4 yards short.
So if you wanted to do anything above the 5th size, you would have enough of the main color. You would need to add more dyed in the wool, if that makes sense.
You guys liked our kits. I was able to replenish a few, some already sold, so I just removed them from the website, but we did replenish the kits, and we're going to show you what we have.
Sure, I'll start with this one, Dina.
Gorgeous.
We did use the Pika Pika, which, if you don't know, it's 60% superwash merino, 20 silk, and 20 rami. And this is the color charcoal. Turn this around. This is charcoal, and we paired that with the color close call from Dyed in the Wool.
That's pretty. A nice neutral kit.
A nice neutral kit. Nothing crazy, but pretty. Go ahead, Dina. You show me this.
Pam Joyce is saying, be sure that Emily doesn't put it in the machine or it will felt.
Yes.
It's a non-superwash. She going to give that to you to wash?
She should. She probably will. She's usually pretty good. The only thing that was ever felted in the house was felted by a babysitter.
Oh, okay. So that can happen.
Wasn't her.
That happens to everybody.
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately, they don't know.
But now there's no babysitter, so if anyone felts it, it's going to be her or me, but I wouldn't felt it. This is one of Dinah's favorite kits. The colorway for the main color is spruce, and she has that paired with, is that sugar high?
It is.
Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that sugar high. And the
That's
spruce.
Very pretty.
Very pretty. And we were saying before, last week we did a live, that the Pika Pika picks up the dye differently because of the silk and the rami in it, right?
Yes. It actually is not as saturated.
Get that little bit of you see that shine going on in there? It's very nice.
It almost has a similar vibe as far as like color saturation, I think, to merino linen.
Right.
Because the linen doesn't take the dye.
Yep, I agree.
As intensely either.
Now this is one that's a pop color.
This is a new one.
Is pink candy. Oof, it's getting blown out.
It's getting blown out.
I'm gonna stay back here maybe.
I think it's because of the acid in the dye.
And this is paired with a new color for us called Big Sky.
So pretty together.
Very pretty. I wonder if I went closer. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Very pretty. Very pretty color. So that's electric pink candy.
Next up is Baby Rose, and I have that paired with Dead Reckoning.
That's very pretty.
Also pretty. Ooh.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that better?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, you can see that nicely. Yep. Another neutral. I believe this is navy. Again, because you're not going to get the dark navy, but you can see that it is blue. And we paired that with Rusted Rainbow. We felt that the sweater would really look nice with a contrast. Not too much of a...
Not too similar.
Similar one, right? The next one Dina's going to show you.
This is a fun one. This is called Bright Orange, and we have that paired with Stay Out of the Forest.
Ooh,
that is a great pop.
That's fun. Fun.
Yes.
This one is Sprouts. Look at that color.
Another new colorway.
As you can see it back here. That looks nice. Nicer
That's
back
perfect.
there. And we paired that with Vibe Check.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
And you can see that. I don't know if you can see it, but that lime color is in Vibe Check. Very pretty. I like this one.
This one?
I like that one, but I do like that one. I happen to like.
Which is shocking for Pam, and you'll see why. It's with hot pink, and we have Big Sky paired with it. Super fun. This is a kit that sold, and I was able to replenish.
And if you look at Big Sky close up, it does have that bright pink in there.
It's super fun.
That you see in the hot pink.
Yep. Okay. Can you reach that one?
Is this Sex on the Beach? Yeah, yes. I can only get two, so I'm only picking up two of these. This is Creamsicle. Now this
Another new kit.
Yeah, it's getting blown. That's it. And that's a Vibe Check.
Stunning. Another great kit.
Because that color is right in there. Orange. See that color in there?
So good.
Beautiful.
So good.
Yep.
Next up is Iced Tea.
I love this one too.
With Shades of Earth.
That's lovely.
That fabulous contrast.
Now this Shades of Earth happens to be very blue compared to what it used to be.
Yeah, it's not usually this blue.
Not usually in that blue. But again, the contrast of that is lovely.
And one last kit, Pink Champagne and Bruised Ego.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's also gorgeous. Pink and purple lovers.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Stunning.
Yeah.
So those are our Alpine kits.
Yeah. Again, Alpine Bloom. As Dina said, the pattern's 20% off through the
28th of June.
Yep.
Use code Alpine, all caps,
right.
ALPINE. And it's designed by Caitlin Hunter, Boyland Knitworks. Very pretty.
Like it. Yep. Anyway, that's a nice color work summer. And the Pika Pika is a lovely yarn.
Yes, it's got beautiful drape. What else could I say about it? It's not too heavy, probably a little bit on the cool side because of the silk and the rami.
What is the gauge on this?
Fingering weight.
It is fingering weight.
Yeah, I don't know what the pattern calls for, but that's probably closer to a DK, I would imagine.
24 stitches. Sport. There you go.
There you go.
So that is the first kit we have to show you. What should we do as the second one, Dina? You want to do this?
Sure. We mentioned that we got beautiful deliveries of Spin Cycle. We finally were able to replenish the Shift Cowl kits.
Yeah.
A lot of you have knit these. Some of you have done multiple Shift Cowl kits. Some are stocking up and ready to gift for the holidays. Whatever the reason and excuses, some of you don't even need an excuse, but the requests did come in for asking. More.
And we had over 20 shift kits on the website.
Several times.
I think there was one left.
Yeah. But I mean, we've replenished so many times.
Well,
so
again, it never. This is like the
doesn't get old.
ranunculus. This is like the ranunculus. It's always going to be around, and we're going to show you. Want to show them that, Dina?
Sure.
So we
Love
just
this
did.
kit.
I think we did about 14 kits today, right, Dina?
This one is Big Sky, Sex on the Beach, and Vibe Check. Love that palette. Springy vibes.
This one is Shades of Earth, Devilish Grin, and Close Call. Another pretty one.
Melancholia, Vibe Check, and Love Spell. So that Melancholia is actually brighter. It's not as dark as it's appearing. There it goes. Really pretty.
I'll hand that to you. Take this back. You keep going, Donna.
Okay. Then we have Shades of Earth, Stay Out of the Forest, and Salty Dog. Oh, excuse me. This one's Rusted Rainbow. I apologize. Love this palette.
Let's just slide.
Thanks, Dan. See if you could see that.
If
there
you've done one, just hand it back.
Sure.
This one you did.
Yes. This is a fabulous neutral. It almost goes gradient. We started it with Stay Ready, Burning Sensation, and as you can see, it kind of transitions into the orange colorway, and then we have Low, 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 and it just kind of gets more saturated. Love that one. This is all pastels, another beauty. Love Spell, Big Sky, and Space Oddity. And you can position these any way you'd like. Then we have Nostalgia, The Saddest Place, and Mississippi Marsala. Now this is an interesting Mississippi Marsala because it really doesn't
look like Mississippi
Marsala. It almost looks like what Wololo used to be.
This is Mississippi Marsala.
Yeah. Oh, here you go.
Look how different they are.
So different.
Yeah.
But that's what's fun. So if you see a kit, like for example,
you're never going to see it again.
Correct. So don't, snooze, you lose. Yep. Okay. Mississippi Marsala, Close Call, and Bright Idea.
Love that one.
Very pretty.
Very pretty.
Now, some of these are just very, I want to say even in color. Not all of them have the light, medium, dark. So I had a light, medium, dark, and if you remember my kit, my shift, that you get like bands of light next to the dark. Some of these flow so nicely that you get more fluidity.
Yeah.
Nostalgia, Dead Reckoning, and Deep Bump. Very pretty. That's got nice flow. But again, when these two colors pair up next to each other, you get a high contrast.
And
as does this one.
Salty Dog, Devilish Grin, and Bright Idea.
Now, this kit sells time and time again.
It does.
It's fabulous looking.
It's lovely.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Give me this in your hand.
Close Call, Stay Ready. This is for all the neutral lovers, and I just dropped Dark Gray, which happens to be a Versus color, which is the same weight.
It's lovely.
But this is a very cool,
also sport
very
weight.
Cool look. Then we have Light Years, Water Witch, and Space Oddity.
That's a nice soft
very
one.
Soft.
Yeah.
And very, even in color. Not too much contrast. Next up is Midsummer, Big Sky, and the Castle. Another pastel-y one.
That's gorgeous. And one more done.
You want me to finish it off?
Yeah, finish it off.
And the last one is Stay Out of the Forest, Grumpy Birds, and Wololo.
Pretty.
Love this one too.
It's a nice autumn one.
Yes.
And
so those are our Shift Cowl kits.
Shift Cowl kits.
You can always go online and curate your own.
Yeah, exactly.
If there's a color that you'd like to substitute, we'd be happy to try to accommodate you. Just leave us a comment.
And like Dina said, it really doesn't make a difference if you have high contrast or if you have, because they're playing off each other and it's always changing.
Right. You can't even map it out.
Right. You can't. There's no way you could. So just let yourself go and just enjoy it. The colors are going to be beautiful.
You do have to let yourself go on this one. I like to control, and you just can't.
Well, you know what they say, know thyself.
Yes, but I had to, it was a very good exercise for me. I had to let go, and it was good.
There you go. Well, the next one we have
is a new pattern that we haven't featured yet.
No, we haven't. This is Hitch on the Move by Martina.
Martina
Behm, who did Match and Move, I think, didn't she?
And she also did, I think, the Hitchhiker. Now, if you took out this border, wouldn't that be the Hitchhiker?
That's why she says Hitch on the Move.
Oh, that's funny.
Hitchhiker, Hitch on the Move, I guess. That's where she got it from.
That's funny.
Yep.
Interesting.
It's
a fun pattern to knit.
She says it's DK. So we thought that we did it 2 different ways, and it's a good play on color.
100%.
You know, so this is the pattern.
She used Zabberball. So for those of you who are unfamiliar, Zabberball is a self-striping yarn, and then she used a solid here at the border.
But she used a DK weight Zabberball. We have a fingering one here in the shop. She used a DK one that was cotton and something else. I don't know if it was cotton. So I don't remember now. But anyway, that's what she used, and we did kits 2 different ways. The first way we're going to show you. We used the yarn from Art
These are
Yarns.
so good.
These are gorgeous. Go ahead, Dina.
I love this one.
It's the Art Yarns Merino
Cloud. Now, technically, it's a DK weight, but it's a light DK.
It's a light DK, right.
So kind of goes in between.
Because we didn't want anything that was, sometimes you do a DK and it's just like too heavy. You know?
Color is the bomb.
It is.
So for the self-striping portion, this is called Badlands, and then we anchored it with her gold.
Now, when we were making these kits...
Wow. This is just fire. Look at that.
It's gorgeous. When we were making the kits, we were really torn because of the quantity of the yarn, correct?
The quantity. The quantity, it's interesting. So because of it's an interesting yardage, and in both sets of kits, we have more yardage because you're literally just bumped over.
Yeah, like
we didn't want to short you.
The solid version, you have plenty of yarn there for what she uses. She says, whatever, you have plenty, so don't worry about that. You can even make it bigger if you want. And this, you also have plenty with 2.
Right. And there is an option to make it bigger. You just probably continue to repeat.
She tells you how to do it in the pattern, she says. But the problem was, if you
we couldn't get
certain ones, you would have been this, you know, we don't know how much of the yarn she used. She didn't tell us specifically. She just said 2 balls, blah, blah, blah yardage, but doesn't mean she used all of it. And if we didn't, we might have been 15 yards short, but then we don't know if that's going to short you. And then to give you another skein, you know, it's
what
just
if
a waste.
We're sold out of it?
Correct. So that's why we did love the Merino Cloud. We thought, and because I love that because it's a very light DK.
And it feels so soft because of the
cashmere. Like cashmere, yeah. It's like cashmere. So we decided this would be one way that we would do the kits. I would make that. This is another way.
Pam's like, you take that. Rainbow and navy.
Love
at that. This is fun.
That's good. That is fun. I would wear that.
That's fun.
I would wear that. That's a fun knit.
Now, this is not Carmel by the Sea.
No, Carmel by the Sea. Do you want me to get Carmel by the Sea?
Yeah, just so we could show them the difference. So this is called Neon Rainbow. Not sure if you could see it. There it is close up. It's got the blue, purple, green,
Carmel
yellow.
by the Sea is a little more sedate. This is Carmel by the Sea, and we paired...
Would you call that sedate?
Well, then that one.
It has black running through
it. We put that with black, and we put the rainbow with the navy.
Yeah.
So there's the difference.
I wouldn't say that's sedate.
Well, it looks more than that one. So anyway, that's Carmel by the Sea.
Okay.
Okay. Let me give you this one, Dina.
Next up is Hydrangea. This was the LYS colorway for 2022. And we have that paired with the navy. This is like my Lyra. I love this combination.
Next up is, I don't know what that colorway is, Dina.
It's just a number. I think we called it like turquoise. We paired it with black. It's got turquoise.
Black, brown, cream.
Taupe running
shades
through
of,
it. Very pretty.
Green. That's a gorgeous one.
And then we anchored that with the black.
Right.
Next up is the Tibetan Sky colorway. This was a color inspiration for Art Yarns. So she does these inspirational color packs, and then we paired that with the Neon Peach. Now, if for any reason this seems too bold, you're not the Neon Peach type, you can always anchor it with navy, and that's certainly stunning.
Yep.
The Neon Coral is in the skein. It's getting washed out, but it does have the same saturation. See if I bring it back, you could see it. Super fun, very pretty.
This is a very
Lovely.
soft look. This, as you can see, it's beiges, pale blues, and cream. What's it called? Do you know? No
Nope,
name, right?
it's a number.
And we paired that with a medium, kind of a denim-y blue.
Very pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, Dina.
Oh, you're giving me the wine.
Yeah.
Next up is gray, probably like a silver and a burgundy, and then we anchored that with the burgundy. And again, if you want something a little darker, we could substitute it for the black. Don't be shy to ask.
Yep.
Let me show this
You
one.
want me to show that?
It's Pam's favorite.
I like this one. This, I don't know what it's called. Is it
The Wave.
The Wave.
An inspirational color. It's called the Wave.
And we paired that with, is this the
Oh,
most gorgeous,
gorgeous
color? This is absolutely the most gorgeous color.
Stunning.
Love it. So that's another way. Beautiful. One more, Dina, you can show this way. Here you go. That's a brand new colorway, isn't it, Dina?
This one? This one is called Sierra Bloom. Love it.
Oh, go close with that so they can see all the
That is
beautiful colors. It's
gorgeous.
a little more toned down. It's got some plum in it. It's got some gold in it. It's got a great sagey greens,
green.
grays.
And we put a zinger.
The gold.
The gold.
Gorgeous.
Stunning.
Gorgeous.
Knock it out of the park.
Now, again, if you decided, I don't want the gold, I want to do black and
Just-
something very neutral, by all means.
Just call or leave a note in the comment. Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, so again, we love that way, but we also wanted to do it with dyed in the wool. So we did it with, explain the yardage situation, Dina.
Again, the yardage was, I think, 450 yards.
No, she used 2 skeins at 250 yards each, which is 500 yards.
Okay.
But she doesn't, again, did she use all of it? We couldn't tell from the projects that were knit.
For example, in Art Yarns, I think the skein was 437 yards. So clearly we had to give more. For the dyed in the wool, it's 200 yards per skein. So at 400 yards, you would need a third. Again, you have enough to make it larger.
Right.
We paired it with a fingering weight yarn as opposed to a DK weight.
But
so giving you a lighter,
a robust fingering.
A robust fingering. And we use the word robust. It's a 100-gram ball, and it's only got 349 yards. So what does that mean? It means that the yarn, although it's fingering, it's a heavier fingering weight. There's less yardage. Some of the sock yarns that we have 460 yards, and this has 349.
So it's a heavier yarn.
So correct, which means the weight is actually not in the meter or yardage. It's actually in the girth of the yarn.
Weight of the yarn. So again, then what we did is we decided instead of taking 3 of the same color, let's do kind of a gradient for the, show them.
For the self-striping part.
And so this particular one we paired like this. This is
gorgeous.
Isn't that
just
pretty?
gorgeous.
It's like a flower.
It's Monet. Like it's beautiful.
Love this one.
Yep.
So that's one. We did about 6 of these. This is another one, Dina.
Now, Pam and I were also saying, as far as we're concerned, if you want to buy a shift cowl and just use a border color from home, from your stash, if you see something that you have at home and you think it could work, you can always just buy the shift cowl kit and make it work.
This is another one. Isn't that gorgeous?
Stunning.
That's pretty.
Melancholia, Good Omen, and Space Oddity.
Yep, Dead Reckoning.
No, Dead Reckoning. Excuse me.
There you go.
Very pretty.
That's a pretty one. Let's do this one next time.
This one's got a great border. This is called Frau. And then we went with all kind of like watercolors.
Light Years, Truth Bomb, and just this one. Lapis.
Gorgeous.
Pretty, right?
Yes.
Love
absolutely
that
beautiful.
It's a pretty one.
Like ocean.
There's this one down.
Next one up is Good Omen, Dead Reckoning, and the last one I think is Cold Comfort, and we have that anchored with Palm. Pretty bold pink.
Nice one. I think there's 2 more to go. This is a nice one. Yeah, this is if you're a pink person, right?
Like me.
Like Dina.
This one is Midsummer, Big Sky, and Love Spell, and we anchored that with taffy.
That's lovely.
That's a fun one. Yay.
And this one
Super fun.
is Sugar High, Mississippi Marsala, and Devilish Grin.
But this one's my favorite.
Is this your favorite? And we paired that with Tiger. Look at that. That's a great one.
That's so good.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
It's so good.
And that is the last of those. So you could do it either way. Honestly, I'd be hard pressed, to be quite honest with you.
They're all fun.
Of course, they're all fun. And I do love the
art yarn combinations.
I do love the art yarns because it's going to have that nice drape. Not that the other one will have drape too, but it feels like cashmere. And
if you haven't used this yarn yet, it's a fun way to actually use
yarn. Yeah, exactly. And there's one other thing we wanted to talk about, right, Dina?
Yes.
But you talk about it because it also has to do with what you, well, it does.
We received a new delivery of Kokon. Excited to get the Dazzle back in shop, which is what I used for the Tresoro cardigan.
The colorway.
The colorway. It's Kokon organic fingering. We are sold out again of the Dazzle.
Mm-hmm.
We are nearly sold out of the blue dipped speckle, which is new to the shop.
That was new. That was a new colorway.
The Bobby is almost sold out. Yeah, but we have 1 or 2 kits left.
Right.
So what we're going to do is, like we said, there are kits already on the website for the Tresoro cardigan, which is a lovely summer basic cardigan.
In summer, you can wear that in the fall.
And all year round. It's a great layering piece. So this is a fun one. You can also knit the underlying piece. If you want to get extra yarn, you can make a twin set because she started with the Tresoro and then the Tresoro cardigan followed it. Yeah. Within this delivery, Michelle is always so adorable. She's always writing handwritten cards, and she's usually including postcards. And in this particular box, we got the Koko Pullover, which is designed by Eri Shimizu. And it's a fingering weight sweater. It's got a raglan detail, although you may not be able to see it in this picture. You will see it more clearly on Ravelry. It's got more of a design element in the raglan, which also goes down the side. And we thought it would be a beautiful way to use this yarn. Not everybody likes to knit cardigans, so you can certainly knit a pullover. It's the fingering weight. I believe she used Kokon blue for this particular sample that was on Ravelry.
Well, this is, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this.
Oh, there it is.
There's that great line on the raglan. And the bottom has a little bit of a dip. It's just a very gentle, very nicely done curve on the bottom. It comes in 3
short rows, like a scoop
rows,
in the back.
correct.
Excuse me, Pam. I'm just going to interrupt you for a second. I'm my knit saloon. It's called the Hitch on the Move by Martina Behm. Again, in the show notes, you'll see the shawl. The pattern is designed by Martina Behm, Hitch on the Move.
And it's lovely because she designed the hitchhiker.
And match and move.
Match and move. So she's called it Hitch on the Move.
Now you knit match and move, and I knit the hitchhiker, right. Which is so funny. Who's going to knit this one?
We're going to both have to do it. I think. Both have to do it. So anyway, what we did is we put kits together for the Kokon Pullover. It comes in 3 sizes, extra small and small is 1 size, and that's 42. When I say, I have it right here. I'm going to give you the exact, actually. Why don't I do that? It's 42 3/4 is this extra small. The next size is medium large, and that's 49 1/2. And then the extra large 2XL is a finished bust of 57 3/4.
Now, I believe she oversized. I believe she calls for a lot of, I guess, to knit with positive ease. If I were to
8 to 11, 8 to almost 12 of positive ease is what she calls for.
Right. So you have to decide whether or not you want to have an oversized sweater or not. She only has 3 sizes. So as far as size inclusivity, but if you are okay with not wearing your garment with 8 to 12 inches of positive ease, you might make it, your size with the extra large 2XL.
Right.
For example, I don't know that I would want to have all that extra positive ease, so I might just knit the lean 42 3/4 inch finished bust. Not really sure. So that's something to consider. All our kits include enough yardage to knit the medium to large size, which would give you a finished bust measurement of 49 and a
49.5.
half
Right.
inches. Technically, if I wanted to go for the positive ease, probably Pam as well, we would knit that middle size
Right.
if we wanted the positive ease.
Right, and we're going to show you. We kitted it two different yarns, and the yardages are different. So you'll see. We'll explain that to you. It's not very complicated because it's just one colorway.
Right.
So
now, that being said, as we are going to show you those kits, if you did want to make this cardigan, we did not replenish the kit. You can always buy the cardigan. You can always buy the Cowl pullover kit. And if you need credit or you need more yardage, you can always let us know, and we could try to add a skein or take away a skein if that appeals to you.
There you go.
Okay.
So we're going to start first with the. Should we start first with what she used in the pattern? What do you think?
What do you mean?
Well,
she used Kokon blue. She used Kokon blue.
Okay, well, yeah, but
the indigo.
Right, but when you look at the, it's the 350-yard skein is what I'm saying.
Oh.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
Versus, that doesn't make a difference. Who cares? It's closer to me, so let's take this one.
Okay.
This is the, we did it in the fingering, the organic fingering. And this is like the yarn that Dina's wearing. So
yes.
It's going to knit up something like that. And this is colorway yellow. And it would call for 4 skeins for the extra small and the medium large. So we kitted it with 4 skeins. If you wanted the larger size, you would have to add a skein to it. Right?
Right.
So that's colorway number 1. Here, I need you this one.
Next colorway is called Sonia. This is a different variation of the colorway Sonia. It is a lighter version, so some of you might be familiar with Sonia as being a dark pink. This is a lighter pink with the pearl gray and the black. Very pretty.
It's pretty.
This is the colorway that's nearly sold out. This
one
is
kit left. That's
the blue dipped speckle. Probably, I mean, it's a great colorway. We see the model. We see Eri wearing it in the indigo blue. So maybe a lot of you are resonating. I know I certainly am with this blue dipped indigo speckle. So that is a gorgeous kit.
Got that.
Next up is Bobby. Bobby has been also very popular. I ordered heavy this time. Make sure I have enough yarn for all of you. This is the dark, almost looks like a dark brown, although it's black with beige.
I think to like dye, a dark brown.
Yeah, I think dyeing
black is difficult.
Yes.
Well,
very pretty. It does look more brown.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Great combination.
Love Bobby.
We did this one. Next up is a colorway. Gosh, Pam, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Next colorway.
We did this one.
Okay. Is called Dreamy. Love the inspiration pictures that came through when Michelle was dyeing this color. She really knocked it out of the park. She saw an ad and she was inspired by the ad, and therefore she knit this color. I mean, dyed that colorway. This colorway is called Freya. Love this. For some reason, this reminds me of like broken sea glass, right. Something like the beach.
Very pretty.
Beachy vibes. Love this colorway.
Silver grays and
gorgeous turquoise.
Yeah, very pretty.
So that's that. And then moving onward, the next set of collection is going to be the Kokon fingering, 100% superwash. The solids are all superwash. So we are just going to show you 2 of each color. Each kit has 5 skeins. Although you have an extra skein, like we said earlier, this is more robust. There's less yardage.
Right.
So you do need an additional skein.
Well, again, if you were going to do, if you were going to do the small in this yarn, you would only need 4. So it's either 4, 5, or 6 on this yarn. But so just keep that in mind when you're ordering it, because
if you need a credit, you would need to let us know.
Or if you need an additional skein, likewise.
Right.
Get it.
What did I want to say? So this would appeal to you if you don't want this stripiness.
Solid, yeah.
This would be more of a solid, more of like the look that Eri went for in her original design. This colorway is called Gold, Oxidized, Step. Are we going too quickly? Dune. Very pretty. It's like a taupe colorway. This colorway is called Night, which is like a dark brown. Is this color in your shawl? It's a gorgeous color.
Yes, it is. It is.
This colorway is called Clay. Behm, I know loves this. Yeah, this one is called Cacti.
Did you do this one?
No.
Okay.
Gorgeous. This one is called Fog. And of course, you could see Good Morning, Australia. This one is called Fog. All of these colors are available online. You could see them under the kit Koko Pullover, 2 words. And this one is called Palm, which is the beautiful hot pink.
And I have to say that, in my opinion, I don't know if Dina agrees, I think that the yarn we just showed you, the Kokon Superwash Merino, it's like an overlooked yarn. It's lovely to knit with. Did you knit with it in your shawl too?
Yes, and I've knit with it with something else. It reminds me of Kwaigu, that like
it's got that twist.
It's got a bite to it.
Right.
There's something.
Right. And I think it's one, I don't know if it's, I don't even want to say this as because of the way it's skeined up. There's nothing wrong with the way it's skeined up. But it's just a lovely yarn. It really is.
It plumes when it bounces.
Like I would use that to knit a summer sweater. That would be nice in a Tegna. Wouldn't that be nice in a Tegna? Yeah. I have to think about that.
Her light bulb's going off. Kimberly is saying she loves her yarn. I absolutely adore Michelle's yarns.
Yeah.
They are exciting. They're fun. I'm looking forward to her
even
bamboo
love
linen.
This yarn is lovely. The organic fingering has a beautiful hand to it.
It really feels like cotton.
Would you say, in terms of the feel when you're knitting with this, is it like you were knitting with that? No, it's different, right?
This was more like butter.
Yeah, it's very soft. It's lovely. It's lovely. I don't know if I'm going to knit that. But which yarn I would use? Would I use the striped one? I would do the striped one, I think.
Like the sock yarns.
No, but her yarns have a nice hand to it. There's some the word I'm looking for. I can't think of it. Substance.
Yes.
When you knit
100%.
You know.
Very fun to knit with. Anyway. I love exploring new yarns. Like working with them.
And it's always nice when you're not disappointed.
Yeah.
Or it exceeds what you were expecting.
Your expectations. 100%.
Exactly.
Super fun. Can you say the name? Oh, we told you the name of the shawl. This is that shawl.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean, Kimberly? This is that shawl. This is that shawl. I don't know what that means. Maybe you can elaborate. What else can we say? Sure she doesn't put it in the wash. Did I miss anyone else's comments here? Heidi Johnson. Kudos to gauge swatches. I just finished an 8x8 gauge swatch using the Suburban Stitchers sock in saving an image of my swatch. I found out I knit my swatch in a size 6. Oh my goodness. Oops. My swatch was for the Tresoro cardigan. Oops, I think it was a 4. I've made that mistake so many times.
We've all done that.
Yes, so many times. It didn't work. I thought that the link would work for, I see. Thank you, Kimberly. You were trying to include the link for the shawl. I get it.
What'd she say?
She was trying to help My Knit Saloon. Yes, with the link, but it didn't work. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully we helped you.
Well, hopefully we've given you some inspiration.
Yes.
Certainly you can explore your stash. You may have something in your stash that you could use for a project, if not for the whole thing, maybe for part of it, and you only need something else. Or maybe you have a shift kit at home that you haven't knit yet. And you're saying, you know what, I could use that to make the hitch on the move.
Absolutely. And then you just you can actually even find, a lot of people see colors that come in, they fall in love with it, and they buy it because they know they like it, but they don't know what they're going to do with it.
Right.
So they'll buy a skein here, a skein there, and then you tend to have a little bit of a collection. This is a perfect way to use 3 different colors, or even if you have 2 and 1 color, there's no right or wrong at all.
Absolutely.
Just use your yarn. Another thing, Alpine Bloom. A few customers have said, I have spin cycle. I have a set of 2. Can you help me match a Pika Pika or a fingering weight yarn to knit the Alpine Bloom? And we've done that. Now I think I just read somewhere, Angela, I just need 3 skeins of spruce. I have moonbeams. What do you think? Your kits are great, but I have the spin cycle. Angela, absolutely. If no one bought the spruce while we went live, what you could do is you could purchase the kit and I could refund you for the 2 skeins of the spin cycle. So that's not a problem. I just don't know if that kit is still available while we're on the website. I mean, on YouTube.
Which kit is it now again?
The Alpine Bloom. So she's saying that she has 2 moonbeams, which is the colorway from.
Oh, okay.
That's the colorway from
Moondrake.
Correct. But she's considering spruce as the main body, which would
nice. Would be pretty.
Be lovely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Great idea.
Great match.
And of course, you know the skeins that you're looking at. I don't know how consistent the moonbeams colorway is.
Well, what you could also do, you have moonbeams, you have it there. So if you go on our website and look at this kit, you'll get a good indication of the color that spruce is. So you can say, well, how would that look with my moonbeams? My recollection is the solid color she used is a little more tealy.
Yes.
Where this is a little more
green, but I think it still works.
It still works. And because of the nature of this fiber, it's not that dark green. It's got that lightness, the lightness to it that the silk and the rami gives it. Yeah.
It's really
you could do that. You could do that. And again, there's also difference too in the moonbeams that Caitlin's sample was knit in could be different than what 100%. What you have too, you know. So don't forget that.
That's why I said, you know your color, you're looking at the skein.
Absolutely.
Joyce is saying she ordered the sprouts. That is a fabulous kit.
That's a great kit. That is a great one.
You scored. That's a good one.
I like the sprouts and I like the creamsicle.
That's the one with the sex on the beach?
Yes.
That's a good one.
That's a great one.
I think all the new ones that we added, the ones that we added today were really good.
You want that contrast in there, you know, you do want that contrast. And again, don't forget if you have...
Oh, Kimberly got Fairy Godmother.
She did?
Yeah,
you got Fairy
nice. That's a pretty one.
I could see where Kimberly would knit with the Fairy Godmother.
That's a nice
It's right up in her wheelhouse there.
That was with, I think, Neverary.
Was that with Neverary?
I think
that's
so.
A pretty one.
It's a great one.
We couldn't replicate that, right?
No.
Well, you certainly have a lot to consider and a lot to knit. And if anyone has a suggestion of what I should knit, just pop it down in the comments.
Because we don't have enough patterns here in the shop.
You know, it always amazes me. You look on Ravelry and you look, and then sometimes you go on the inspiration page of Instagram and something comes up and you say, how come I've been looking for, you know, maybe a tee and it doesn't come up, but yet it's on Instagram and it says, and it's on Ravelry, you know, you can find it on, like that top I showed you just now, that cream top that I saw, that Haya, whatever it's called.
Right.
I mean, I saw it on Instagram.
Right, but it's not popular on Ravelry.
That's why, because it only has like 5
Because they need us to make kits and promote
it. There you go. Maybe I should just knit that up. I don't know. Anyway, there's so many things you can do. Well, whatever it is, just enjoy doing it, right?
Yes, I do have to make a small wee announcement. I'm here again tomorrow. The shop is open. Pam.
What's that?
I know Emily's supposed to have a baby, but do you think you could pop
I
in?
can. Yeah.
One or two,
of course I
two
can.
times?
Sure,
okay.
Yeah.
So I will be closed again. Yes, Ellie, I am getting the Kokon bamboo linen. We are waiting for that, I think, in the next delivery. So stay tuned.
That should be an interesting combo, bamboo linen.
Really nice drape. And it's soft.
Is it fingering?
I believe it is. DK fingering. I don't recall.
Maybe
actually.
Sport.
We will be closed. I will be back in the shop.
4th of July.
Yes. We close every year for this time of year. The wedding was unexpected, but expected, of course. So when it comes to the vacation, We usually close this time of year. I will be back on July 11th. So I will change the answering message. I still haven't changed it since I'm back. And I'll put a note on the
do what you'll do. Well,
I'll put a note on the door, and I will be here Wednesday. Wednesday I will be filling orders and
you here tomorrow?
I'm here tomorrow. Yeah. I'm here Wednesday. Wednesday I'm typically closed. If you need something, feel free to call me. If I'm in the shop, I answer the phone, and I'll be happy to help you any way I can. That's it. All right. Wishing you all a beautiful week. We will miss you next week. So I guess we will wishing you
we're not going to be here
fortnight.
Next week. There you go. We'll see you in a fortnight.
Exactly. We'll see
Happy
you
knitting. Hopefully we'll have something that we can show. Oh my God, I can finish something.
You better cast something
in 2 weeks. I can't finish something in 2 weeks. I can finish my Kari, maybe. I can't put that pressure on myself.
Did you hear her? Kari.
Anyway.
Kari.
Whatever.
Either way, no pressure. Knit at your own pace.
You enjoy what you're doing. That's the main thing.
And
the main thing.
That's it.
Okay.
Have a wonderful couple of weeks. And
see you
soon. My God, you're going to be a grandma of 3 when we come back.
Grandma 2, grandma 3.
Wow. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Good night. Where am I going? End stream.
My phone is all charged now.